Hey guys, it's Carl here, and welcome to the next Student Spotlight video here. I'm going to help Doga learn how to play the main riff to Creeping Death and get it up to speed. Before that, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, and even if you are subscribed, please ring the little bell, the little notification bell that makes sure you are notified when I release a new video. And if you submit your own Student Spotlight video on my website, which you'll see the link for that below. Maybe you'll see yours on here as well. All right, so now Doga, you told me how to say your last name, Orich. You didn't say anything about your first name, so I'm probably just destroying your first name, but I really apologize. But anyway, you mentioned that you were learning how to play Creeping Death by Metallica. Great song, and you were not convinced that it's all downstrokes. It just seems like it's too fast to play with all downstrokes. In reality, it is all downstrokes. Now, the thing is James Hetfield is a master at this. Now, however you decide, I'm going to talk about a couple things with technique, but let's watch Doga's video real quick, and you'll see what I mean.
I would be glad if you could teach the correct or easier picking pattern to this rhythm part, because it is really hard to down pick that fast. So thanks in advance, you're the best. So now I'm gonna play it by the way I know it, and I know it's probably very wrong, but you know it better than me.
All right, so the first thing that I see with your hand is that you have too much tension in your picking hand. Now, you'll see some guys get away with it and have their fingers splayed out like that. You can see your hand. What that's telling me is that you have a lot of tension in your hand, which is pretty much locking up your wrist. One thing James Hetfield, doesn't matter how you hit the strings, James Hetfield has a very light touch and an extremely relaxed right hand. So he could sit there and do those rhythms all night, not breaking a sweat, because it is effortless to him. Now, how do you achieve that? Now, first, we need to relax your right hand. Now, this is actually a great riff to practice this, because it's not a continued series of fast downstrokes. There's a break in there when you get that when you get to that part, you get to relax the right hand a little bit. So, how do we tackle this to get the speed and the relaxation of this of the other hand? So let's first of all break it into a series of 4. I'm a big proponent on playing and learning how to play fast and relaxed by using speed burst. Now, what that means is this: if you can break it up into this, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, then. Now you'll notice that is the riff broken down there. And it's 2 hits on the low E, and then the little power chord hit. And it does that the same way twice in a row. And then the third time it just has 1 hit on the E, and then back to the power chord, and then back to 2 hits for the 4th time. All right, so what we're gonna do now is first of all, I want you to shake your hand out a little bit. And then very lightly touch the strings and very lightly pick the strings. He's not picking hard at all either. You want to find where in your hand, like when I'm playing, it feels like just a little shimmer, like a little slight rotation in my forearm. That's how I get more relaxed. But these fingers are not splayed out and tense. And you get this relaxed state in your hand. It's gonna feel odd at first. Then lay your hand down and do that very first note, and stop. Now, you want to be able to attain that and that relaxed feel. Shake it out every time, and then while you're playing, try to maintain that relaxed feel. Really relax. It should feel effortless. It's a really quick little burst. Now, you do parts 1 and 2 together. Just nice and relaxed. Make sure you get that proper muting. But if you're proper muting, you don't have to pick very hard. So that it shouldn't take a lot of energy to get through the string. Now, if you start feeling yourself get tight, go back to just doing one. You gotta learn how to maintain a relaxed feel, and that's the secret to speed, and that's the secret to what he's doing. He's practiced it enough, and he's focused on being relaxed enough that he can take that and extend that feel of relaxation and speed out for very long periods of time. At first, it's going to be a quick burst, and then it's 2 quick bursts together, and then 3, then 4, and before you know it, you learn how to sustain that relaxed feel without your fingers splaying out and stuff. So then we add the third one, which that's the one that just has 1 hit on low E. Relax your back, relax your shoulder, everything. And then you add the 4th one. And then just, why I think it's a great not first riff, I mean, this is a fast riff, is there you actually get a real break in the music, which you can alternate pick this if you want. Doesn't really matter. He probably does downstroke though, because he does have kind of that chunky feel on those two too. But it's a lot easier when you did he gives your hand a break to relax. That is basically the time between a burst, right? And then you do the burst, and then you get that little break. So you want to be able to focus on the relaxation. And the way you do it is by building it up in small bursts and paying a lot of attention to your right hand. If you feel any tension at all, figure out how the pick gets to the string and the movement of the hands where you don't have that. Very small strokes. All right? That's how it's done. And then you can, as soon as you do that, you'll be able to tackle just a lot of thrash metal rhythms because you'll figure out what that's supposed to feel like when you're doing those downstrokes. But I would not recommend trying to alternate pick that riff because it will actually be a little bit more difficult if you actually straight alternate pick it. So all downstrokes and really get that feel and just focus on the relaxation. Don't force it. Break it down into smaller bites, stay relaxed, build up over the course of days or weeks. And as long as you're focused on the relaxation and letting that wrist be free, feel free, and that forearm rotate and everything free, nice small strokes, you're going to get there and it's going to be effortless. All right, I hope this helps. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.